Okay, now this shows I'm live. So how do I see on my own YouTube channel if I'm live or not? Oh, yep, it says live now. Okay. And the resolution is terrible on my end. I'm going to bump it up to 360 and see it. Okay, now let's go. I can leave my resolution down because it doesn't need to be a good resolution for me to watch. In fact, I'm not even going to watch it. I'm going to pop out chat and then close it. Okay, add, invite, copy clipboard, close, and Control V and enter. Oh, I got to email it to you too, don't I? Compose. Lloyd, bump, Control V, send. Sending, sending, sending. Message sent.
All right. This one worked.
Hey, Jim, I'm on the phone.
All right.
Lloyd called. I'll be right back, okay?
All right. This one worked.
Hey, Jim, I'm on the phone.
All right.
Lloyd called. I'll be right back.
Pop out chat. Okay.
Password for what? It's not a password. It's a link. It's a link. StreamYard.com. Yeah. Yeah, Lloyd who? Exactly, right, Chris? I know, huh? Chris, come on in if you want to, if you can. Here's the link, guys. This picks up the chat. You don't need to pop chat out. I can see the stream chat right here in the StreamYards. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, that's a stream chat.
Oh, driving to Dallas, just finished supper. Okay, Chris, that's cool.
There you are. Hey, Rick.
Hey, how you doing?
I'll be right with y'all, Rick.
Rick, I keep
trying to get Lloyd in.
Let me see. I keep that Yeti at half sensitivity. And then that bottom one is at carotid.
Say it.
So when you keep it on carotid, only this part of the microphone is facing you, not this. It doesn't go like this. It goes like this. You see people talking to them from the top down. It doesn't work that way. That's not how the mic is placed in it. It's placed in it sideways. So if you have it basically up and down, you're talking right at it correctly. And you're coming through great, Rick, so you must have done something right.
Okay, so it sounds good.
Yep.
Hmm.
And that sensitivity, when you got it at half like that,
There we go, and there we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my headset on.
All right. Okay. Hey, guys.
we can hear you cleaning. What did they used to say on the ham radio?
Oh, God. I can't remember.
4x4, clean and green.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah. Definitely got the green part going. Hey, guys. How you doing?
You know, Lloyd.
I'm relaxing this evening for a change.
You got some good news, we hear.
Oh, yeah. It's, we go through it every 6 months, but man, that week building up to it and the week afterwards is just a killer. It's just a lot of stress, and when you got other things going on,
Oh, God, I can imagine.
I
really could.
Yeah. So she's got about 6 more times of doing this, and then we'll drop to once a year. But I mean, we could have done it today, but he said he was like us. We'll do it every 6 months just to be safe. I mean, she's coming up on 7 years, but it's the kind of cancer that can come back.
I thought the 5-year marker was the you can breathe part.
It is, but this cancer's been known to come back as much as 7 years down the road. So with us, it was 7 years. So
well, my sister-in-law had to do the mastectomies, so I don't know if that's the cancer Judy has, but anyway.
No, she had lung cancer.
Okay,
and then it metastasized and went to her adrenal gland.
And she beat it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's wonderful news.
Yeah. She's 7 years clean now, so that's why but because it had metastasized and it was in her lymph nodes too. So,
Jeez.
I mean, yeah, he told us last year, he said, to be honest with you, he says the records indicated, actually told us at 5 years, the other doctor did. He said, we didn't honestly expect you to make it a year.
How fast did you catch it? When you originally caught it, was it through a chest x-ray?
Believe it or not, it was a CT of her heart. She was having some heart problems, and she'd been in the hospital a week before, or about 3 days before. I took her back up to the bigger hospital up by Tulsa in Broken Arrow. And the doctor goes in there and he says, well, let's see if she's got maybe a bleed in her heart because her blood pressure kept dropping out. And he comes in and he says, her heart's looking good. He says, you probably want to get the cancer checked, though. He says, just to let you know. I go, what cancer? That's the way he said it to us. You might want to get that cancer in her lung checked. I wanted to beat the hell out of that doctor. So I made an appointment with the doctor the next day, a regular doctor, and I said, we got to see you. He says, and we got her in there, and it took from September 1st, she started treatment on November. And that was when she finished up the treatment. Then she had to, she took the treatment. We did a new kind of treatment. It's called CyberKnife. It's just a pinpoint right around the cancer. We were lucky. We caught it very early by accident, and we got hold of the right kind of doctors that knew what they were doing. But by the time they got finished with it, it had metastasized and moved to her adrenal gland. But we didn't find that out until 8 weeks later. So it had already gone through her system in that 8 weeks, actually about 12 weeks altogether from beginning to the next time. So they jumped on it and they had her back in treatment within 3 days. And there's Mel. Hey, what happened? You locked out? Okay.
You got to bring him in?
Yeah. Well, no, he go ahead, Mel. You're on speaker.
Yeah, it's a delay for me now because I'm watching the bead on YouTube, but I got booted because my internet So the failure on that stream a little while ago in vMix, that was not YouTube. It was not vMix. My data ran out on my SIM card. So that's why it started lagging, and that's what went wrong. So the test was a huge success. So now I know what to do to have multiple guests on, and I know how to make it work. So
Excellent. So
Good.
So I'm just going to sit here. I can't talk in the stream because I'm not in the stream,
right.
because I came back in, but it booted me out again.
All right.
So my internet is not enough bandwidth right now to do an upload.
Okay. All right.
So you guys just go ahead and stay on there as long as you like.
All right. I'll be on here.
Okay? And stay as long as you like, and I can post the invite into the chat.
Okay.
Like that, so that other people can join.
All right.
And y'all just go ahead, and I'll sit back and watch.
I'm wondering, can you do audio and keep your camera off?
Okay.
Yeah. He's James wanted to know, can you do audio and just keep your camera off? Do you think you have enough?
I tried that. It didn't work.
He said it didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work. So, hey, I need to, Mel, guys, I got to run and take care of Judy real quick. So I'll be right back.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. No problem, Mel. I'll be right back, guys.
All right. Well, I'll tell you something. That's fantastic news to hear, man.
Yes, it is.
And you know, the way they say it, you might want to take that cancer taken care of. So one doctor noticed it and the other doctor didn't.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, being in the healthcare profession, you got to take care of your own health. You got to get your records every time you have a procedure done. You should get a copy of your medical records.
Right.
When you go to a new doctor, your primary care doctor, they're not reading this crap.
No, he's got to go through the whole history of your life.
And they don't.
No, he's got thousands of patients, and
In fact,
they can't keep up with it.
yeah, my primary care physician now has a PA, a physician's assistant, and a registered nurse practitioner doing his work.
Yeah, I got that with my doctor now. He keeps passing stuff off. Oh, you got diabetes, so they send you somebody else.
Yep.
And they call you, or medicines and prescriptions, they have someone else call. I got 10 different people calling all the time, trying to regulate everything.
Yeah.
But it's good, but it gets to be a pain sometimes.
Greg, come on in through that StreamYard link above you. Oh, wait a minute now. If Greg clicks on that, Lloyd will be able to bring you in.
Yeah.
Oh, he's waiting for the host to approve me. All right. When Lloyd comes back, we'll tell him. We forgot about that part of it, didn't we?
Yeah, just don't eat all the popcorn.
Well, Drone Worship made it in.
Boy. Boy.
And there's Greg.
Hello.
So I guess after a period of time,
I'll let
it
him
just
know.
automatically brings you in.
Must be.
I don't know, because I've been sitting backstage now for what, 2 minutes, maybe?
And it just popped you and Greg Oz by Drone in.
I guess so. So
Mel must have finally pushed the button.
Oh, okay. And Mel says, I'm not in there. I tried to bring them in.
How you doing, Dan?
They're in, Mel.
Good
He says,
morning,
"Pay
everyone."
attention to chat. Mel's blaming us. But you got to understand, look, we got an empty chair. Lloyd's not there.
Well, what's the difference?
the host isn't here?
Yeah, the host isn't here.
Hang on, didn't Lloyd talk about someone else doing that once?
Yeah.
Yeah.
but he had to go check on Judy.
Yeah, I know. I'm hassling.
So I'm gonna wait till Lloyd gets back because I want to bring up this DJI so-called FPV stuff they got going on and see what you guys think.
Do you think it's for the goggles, Dan?
Oh, well, looky there. It's everybody's favorite little Aussie.
Morning.
Dan, do you have your camera on?
I do not because I'm still at work.
Okay.
These are my last 2 days of work before I go see Mr. Second Specialist Doctor to get general surgery underway.
So Dan, what are you going in for, a lobotomy?
Actually, no, I'm going in to have my reduction of my genitalia. It's been scaring the ladies.
Okay,
I
I
gotta do
thought,
something.
yeah, that's because you have your head stuck. Well, never mind. Let's not go there.
Yeah, there we go.
This is Mel's channel. I'll be nice.
All right.
I'll tell you
No,
what.
man, I have a hernia of the belly button and lower inguinal.
Oh God,
that
yeah,
hurts.
yeah,
That hurts.
yeah.
So 2 of them all in one go. They're both in the worst spots possible. So yeah.
You're about to get the mesh surgery.
No, actually, they're not allowed to use mesh by state law anymore. There's lawsuits because of the mesh.
No kidding.
Yeah, I had a niece that had the mesh done in the stomach banding thing, you know, and they used the mesh on her, and eventually she died from it.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, she just dropped over dead. She was getting up to go walk into had set up sepsis, and they didn't know it. And she'd been into the ER with a lot of pain. They said, "Oh, it's just you're just trying to get drugs." They sent her home, and the next evening, later that evening or the next day, I guess the next evening, she got up to walk into the bedroom, took 2 steps out of her chair, and dropped dead right there on the spot.
Bam.
Yeah, she was 41.
Well,
You're mute.
thanks for the confidence boost.
Well, you're not having the mesh. That was the difference. She had the mesh, you know.
Kill one of these lights.
Besides, Dan, you're too damn mean to die.
This is very true. No holds barred taking the gloves off tonight. Listen to Lloyd getting in there with the 1-2 jabs, baby. I'm digging it, man.
How can you call him mean? He's a lovely, cuddly kind of guy, you know?
If
We're
Lloyd's
talking
your
about Dan,
doctor-
right? Yeah, we're obviously not talking about me. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a teddy bear. Come on now.
Well, you're definitely overstuffed.
Ooh. I won't argue with that. And it cost a lot of money to look like this, baby.
Yeah, I know.
Ah.
I had my gallbladder taken out, and I looked like a one big tire tube for a couple of days there till all the air got out of me.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh God.
I'll
Let's
tell you
talk
the
about
worst.
parts we had removed.
Yeah, yeah. I was going to say colonoscopy. That's all you got to do is mention that word, and yeah, that will.
You hit 50, and that becomes your friend once every 5 years, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's going to. Yeah, you know it's colonoscopy day when you're laying in the ward, and this is all you hear. You know, did that come through? That may not have came through.
I don't know, but Dan got squeezed out. Yeah. Oh, there he is.
You know you're
colonoscopy
day when you're laying in the ward, and this is all you hear. Yeah.
I'm gonna try this again.
You know, did that? Hey, Mel. May not have came through.
What happened to Dan?
I think we scared him off.
Oh no! When I come in, my screen locks up.
Uh-oh. Well.
Who's got a
Somebody's
pump?
fixing. That's Greg's breast pump.
Is my microphone on? It's meant to be muted.
Yeah, no, your microphone's on.
That was on time, Lloyd. That was on time.
And we lost Greg after that one. It's like,
They're
oh crap.
dropping like flies.
Yeah, probably it's going to kick us all out eventually because it's actually on Mel's stream. So But yeah,
Mel could cut the cord at any point.
exactly. Yeah. 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 But yeah, we were lucky with Judy's cancer and the fact that it, you know, they
Cut that in
did.
time.
Yeah. Well, they did what's called CyberKnife. And what it is they go in with, looks like little pieces of, looks like pencil lead, you know, about that long.
Right.
Okay. Except it's made out of gold. It's pure gold. And they put these, they take one of those, devices, and they stick it in there and they place it around the cancer cell. And then they go in and they let it heal for a week. Okay. Because it's inflamed after they've pushed these in.
Right.
Then they go in and they take a special type of CT that enhances it and it highlights it. And then they take another 3 or 4 days after that, and they look at the CT and they program all of the specs off that CT into a computer. And then they take her into a table and they hit her with high doses of prolonged radiation for about an hour to an hour and a half at a shot.
Jeez.
But she has absolutely zero side effects, no loss of hair, no throwing up. We actually went and got hamburgers after she had a treatment. Mm-hmm. And the first time she only needed 4 treatments, and that got rid of the lung cancer. The second time they gave her 5 treatments just to make sure. And we walked out of there, and that's been 7 years.
And she has her strength back?
Yeah, well, no, because she has Parkinson's and she's had 3 mild strokes, and she's got a lot of other health issues. The cancer, see, and at that point she'd already had two heart attacks, 2 strokes, Parkinson's disease, COPD, and she thought that we were all just getting a little too, lazy about things and weren't giving her enough attention. So she went after cancer. She says, "I've had everything else. I think I'll have cancer now."
I tell you what, when I was a youngin', when I first came to Florida, I worked as a mental health tech in a mental health facility. And
right.
There were so many people with Parkinson's in there, and the doctors were telling me that drugs like Neurontin and all that, your long-term psychotic drugs or nerve drugs,
right,
can cause Parkinson's.
Yes.
So it's your damn medications. You got to watch your side effects of your medications.
Well, and that's part of the problem. She's, they even said that's a lot of what created. She had what's called metabolic onset Parkinson's. And that's exactly what it is. It was created by some of the, and it's another one of those things, fibromyalgia, which comes up. And we'd been in Iraq, and we got rear-ended by somebody, and that created a lot of pain in her lower back. And eventually, one thing leads to another, and that's what they came up with. Well, usually with fibromyalgia, you don't have a choice, but it goes usually one of 2 ways. You either end up with Parkinson's or Alzheimer's. We actually won the bet. She ended up with the Parkinson's. We can deal with the Parkinson's, the Alzheimer's,
Absolutely. You can fix that to a point.
Yeah, up to a point. She's in an electric wheelchair now, but I mean, we just got her a new one, and we just got it to where I can, my van is down. I have a great lift in my van, but my van, I've been saving my pennies. That's why I won't be to spin up this year, because I'm saving my pennies, because I'm going to have my, hang on a
I'll
second.
tell you something else. And that's another screwing to the medical community. Back in 2000, I had to buy my mother a scooter so she could move around. $5,000.
Yeah.
$5,000 for an electric scooter.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. It seems like it never ends. They're getting you one way or another in the medical field.
But in terms of the whole cancer thing, I'm going through that at the moment with my mum. She's literally just come back from radiotherapy this morning, so she's going through that at the moment. Another really, really good friend of mine, he's got pancreatic cancer and been told he's got 3 to 9 months to live. It's inoperable. It's just,
My neighbor had pancreatic cancer in January. He passed away 90 days later. By March 31st, he had passed. So if I get that, boys, because I was with him every day. I mean, the guy came up to me. I lived across the street. You know, he knew I was a paramedic, and he said, "Jimmy, I can't eat."
Yeah.
I mean, this guy couldn't eat an egg.
Yeah.
And when we took him in, and they said, "Yeah, it's pancreatic cancer," they automatically just put him on hospice.
Yeah. The good news is, though, he's just heard about a new treatment, something where it's something that attaches to the cancer cells and kind of disguises the chemo treatment. So the cancer cells kind of don't know it's coming. And by the time, so that helps improve the success rate. The problem is it's $6,000 a month. And how many months have you got to have it for? You know, you might be on it for an extended period of time.
Right. Yeah.
And that all has to get approved, right?
I think it's already approved, but it's not on what's called our pharmaceutical benefits scheme list yet. So
Yeah.
Once they're approved for that, it's covered by our Medicare over here. But at the moment, you've got to do it as a private patient.
So, in other words, you're paying.
Yeah,
Has it been proven to work?
I believe so. It's early days. They haven't had. It's been proved in trials. So I'm looking forward to, you know, he's doing the analysis to find out if it's going to be right for him.
Wow.
Both in terms of financial and, you know, he's looking at other studies. Yeah.
I wouldn't be able to swing that.
No, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah. Anyway, it's not good. And my uncle's got cancer in his throat at the moment as well, throat cancer, and he wasn't a smoker.
What are they doing for that?
He's having treatment as well. I believe radiation therapy as well.
What kind of work did he do?
He was a baker.
That's what I used to do.
I'm going to turn that light back on.
He owned a bakery for many, many, many years, and before him, his father owned it. He died of cancer as well.
Yeah. You just don't know.
Yeah. Awful disease.
Okay, I'm back. You can quit talking about me now.
It hasn't been a fun conversation.
I was just about to say, we didn't notice you were gone.
Yeah. Bite me, Greg.
We went through
Where is that
through a
effect?
list.
Come on, you know you want to do it.
Well, that's the problem. I can't because I'm not. For some reason, let me see if I can get it to work.
Because we're actually on Mel's stream.
Yeah, well, no. For some reason, my external is not wanting to work on this particular. Let's see if that'll work.
I thought you guys were into there you go.
That was colonoscopy.
Yeah. Let's see. No, that ain't gonna work. For some reason, it won't. All right. Okay. Yeah, we used vMix. I'm not sure. I guess we're on. I don't know why he went this route. So
Dan's in the back. Dan's in the waiting room.
All right, can you let Dan in, Lloyd?
no, I can't. The only one who can do it is Mel.
Well, you know what? Did Mel let that Greg and
He must have.
Dan in before?
Yeah,
So can he see?
he should be able to. Don't worship. Still in the back room waiting to be added. Well, Mel, if you can.
That sounds pretty, you know.
There
We go.
There he is.
See, Mel's still got control of our show.
I don't know how Mel can see.
Well, he can watch it on YouTube. He just can't. And he's got I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good. This is good though. Hi again.
It's YouTube magic,
Well, how can he see that Dan is waiting in the waiting room?
because we just mentioned it on the air and
It
it
was on the
finally
chat.
yeah.
Yeah, so I forgot I could chat to you guys, so that worked out.
Did
Yeah.
you throw yourself out before, Dan?
Yeah, on accident, I answered a Discord message, and because I'm on my phone, I have to do all this through browser. So as soon as I open another app or something comes through, it automatically closes the browser on me.
God damn. Here I thought I'd run him off. Shoot.
Ah, man, we were just throwing good Tyson punches. I was,
Yeah. Hang on. Hey, Mel. Okay, what's going on? Let me put you on speaker so everybody can hear it. Okay, Mel's on speaker now.
Okay, I'm watching the stream on YouTube.
Right.
When you guys let me know someone's in the waiting room, I log into StreamYards, I let them into the show, and then I log back out. Otherwise, it's using too much bandwidth and I can't watch the show. So if
pop it
someone
in and
comes
out.
in the stream, just let me know, and I'll log into StreamYard. I'll go in the green room and pop them into the set, and then I'll close StreamYard again so that I can go back to watching it on YouTube.
Okay.
okay,
we
all right,
got it now.
here's the thing, though. The only way you're going to know is, uh-oh, what is that?
Greg.
That was
The only
great.
the only way you're going to know, though, because none of you guys can actually see who's in the waiting room. None of
Yeah,
you.
so, right. So whoever comes
Mel's
in
the only
waiting room,
person needs to send a chat to let everybody know you're there. Otherwise, nobody knows you're there.
yeah, if you come into there and you don't let us know you're in the waiting room, then you're going to be
You'll just
stuck
sit
there
there.
forever. Yeah.
You'll just sit there.
And depending on who you are, we may ignore you anyways.
I was questioning. I was like, man, is this the Tyson ear bite now? First a couple right hooks and then the Tyson ear bite. Should I be expecting an uppercut soon too? Or?
You never know.
Yeah.
It's a tough crowd.
Yeah, it is. I'm actually, I'm so relieved. I'm in a good mood, so I'm back up to my regular sarcastic, nasty ass self again.
Oh, good. I was hoping for that.
Oh yeah, it's been a rough couple of weeks with all this going on, dealing with her cancer and stuff. It's not the fact. I mean, I knew it wasn't there. I knew it hadn't come back, but it's just that you got to think about it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and she'd been having her Parkinson's is progressing a little bit, so it's starting to cause. And she had a TIA here just recently, so that's just
Is she on a blood thinner?
Yeah, well, she's on metoprolol to control her heart rate because she's got tachycardia.
Right.
But she's not on a blood thinner. The problem is she had the type of strokes that actually she has low blood pressure. That's in January. I accidentally, this is an accident, guys. I'm telling you. I put her in ICU because I got my meds mixed with hers, and I take high blood pressure medicine.
Oh my God.
Yeah, her blood pressure bottomed out to like 55/30.
Jeez, oh Pete.
Now, Lloyd, you can keep something that's very cheap. It's called charcoal. If you just get a bottle from Walgreens or whatever,
Right.
it's called charcoal. It's all it's called.
Yeah.
And when someone takes the wrong medication, you just give them that charcoal. If they don't immediately throw up, it will neutralize the medication they just took.
Yeah. Okay. Well, see, I didn't even think about the only reason I wouldn't have even known it except because I fixed her pills, I fixed my pills, and then I set hers down and set mine down. And I went over and set mine down. And when I went to toss them back, I noticed at the very bottom there was one pill that was still in the cup, and I thought, oh shit, that's not my pill. That's her pill.
Lloyd, I
would
would
solve that problem. Her pills are fixed completely by themselves, taken out, set on her counter in a closed lid.
Hey, Dan,
Yeah.
guess who she doesn't let fix her pills anymore?
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to say, look at it this way, Lloyd. all you're doing is adding a really nice cam to the heart. There's nothing like a good sounding cam. When the engine almost dies but stays running, it's cammed correctly. You're doing a good job, sir. God's work over there. Okay.
Oh, I tell you what, man, it was, I did not. And the thing was, is she takes some really strong medicines like Percocet. And I was wandering around there just a happy camper the whole damn time. I said, come on, guys, test me. See if I took her meds. I'm pretty sure they knew after about 10 minutes of talking with me. Yeah, he took her meds. All right. Silly shit. They could have cared less if I died. They were working on her. And she spent 4 days in ICU over that. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, that got scary.
Yeah, it was scary, so I have completely redone the way I put her meds out. And the way, I don't even touch my meds. Mine are in a complete separate, they were always in a separate place, but they were always separated. The problem was I fixed them at the same time because I was too lazy to walk back in and fix them twice. Now I'm not as lazy. I'll go back in there 3 or 4 times if that's what I got to do, because that was in January. So it was the week before her birthday.
Ooh.
Yeah, the week before. Needless to say, I had to suck up really big on her 70th birthday. I had to buy her diamonds and all sorts of shit.
That's not a good time to tune the car before the performance show.
Guys, I wonder when he had her insurance policy upped. Also,
well, see, that's another reason I got her to the hospital quickly, because she doesn't have enough yet.
Oh yeah,
I'm waiting for that 2 years to kick in before when I increased it. She got to stay alive another 2 years before it kicks in. But no, it was so bad that when we went to see the same doctor today, that we saw today as they were oncologist, he's from Australia, by the way, well, he was also 2 hours late, and I said, typical, you run about as fast as Telstra Internet.
So he knew what you were talking about.
Oh, yeah, he knew exactly. Yeah, because he's from Sydney, so he knew where he knew exactly what I was talking about. He just cracked up laughing. But
Greg, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, Greg, you froze. Your picture froze while you were taking a drink of water. That was the longest drink of water I've ever seen anybody take, man.
That's Telstra Internet.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I told him today. He told me back in January. He says, if you don't show back up here at her next 6-month appointment, I'll know that he finally succeeded in bumping you off, and I'll have him check into it. So when I saw him today, I said, I want you to know. I said, I brought her back just to verify that, no, I have not bumped her off. He says, oh, that's right. I was supposed to check into that if she didn't show up for this. Very good. I'm glad to see you didn't kill her again. God.
Hey, someone's asking, who's the one with the background noise? Who's the one with Jeff Sills visiting?
Probably me. I'm by the pool right now. It's getting ready to close for the night, so.
Yeah, 400 AGL is saying, it sounds like little kids or TV.
Yep, yeah, it's little ones. They're packing things up for the night, so it's gonna be me soon.
I was wondering why I was getting those cold chills hearing kids. I'm not used to hearing kids. It's like it just scares the hell out of me.
But it does. I would like to bring up the DJI topic of FPV, because I guess I'm really confused. I wanted to get your guys' waypoint on this, man. If anybody's up for it.
Go ahead.
I got to go in a couple of minutes, but just a quick thing. All we know is about the FCC bit. So the question is, are they making a drone, or are they making an updated version of like FPV OcuSync kind of stuff, like an updated version?
Yeah, but I guess where I'm going with this, Greg, is that it sounds like a lot of people are talking about, they're dabbling with the FPV world. And I guess I'm confused by that statement, because to me, they've always been in the FPV world. I mean, if we signify what FPV is first person view. Yeah. If you can see from the camera's perspective on your cell phone, then guess what? You've been dabbling with FPV your entire time you've been flying drones. So I guess I'm curious.
People are talking non-GPS drones. Yeah.
And that's the thing. So all these people are like, well, is it going to be a race drone? Is it going to be, what is it? I'm like, well, I just can't see DJI flopping over to the to the FPV market as race drones. Can you? And if they do, with all the restrictions they have, I would assume their race drones are going to have restrictions on them too.
Get you a DJI. What the hell's the one just below the Mavic Air? The
Spark?
yeah, get you
Spark.
a DJI Spark. Use no limit drones on it. Take out the speed, run it through some goggles, and you've got the same thing.
No, you haven't.
But no, it's not that easy. Acro's a totally different world, man. It's fun though. It's fun. I would suggest anybody. Have you guys seen that they're hiring FPV race pilots now for Hollywood and stuff to do chase like car chases and all sorts of crazy stuff. The pilots have become so talented with their skill set. They're actually using them to make money now. So it's just like GPS drones, except they're doing very aggressive film format stuff.
They did the same thing in the 80s with the RC-10 cars. I mean, look at, was it Sudden Impact with Clint Eastwood?
Sure.
You know, I raced that same car with my son when we raced round track on that. So, yeah, you know, so it's like, oh, cool.
Yeah. So, Dan, look, just really briefly, at the end of the day, DJI's market, they pretty much saturated what they've got in their existing market. They would be stupid to not say, what can we do that's going to be a new market space?
Sure.
And the whole FPV and the whole racing and the fast and all of that, that's a new market space for them. But they're already in that market anyway. They're already making their motors and their other bits and pieces. Yeah, it's not like it's new.
They've been doing that for
I think, yeah,
That's where
they're
they
just gonna, they're going to consumerize it. That's the only thing that's going to be different.
Yeah. So.
Check out Droning On with Ash. He has a
Yeah.
good video about it today.
Oh, did he?
I have.
Yeah.
I have lost. Yeah, never mind. I'm not even going to say what I'm going to say about Ash. So Ash went out of his way to say something to me the other day that I'm not happy about. So.
Dan, you're grumpier than me, and I'm called the grumpy blogger.
Yeah, well, I'm the grumpy 30s. It's not even the dirty
God,
30s. It's the grumpy.
I feel
30s.
sorry for you young people that's going to be around when he gets my age, Jim, and
Yeah, well, you know what? I can't take advice from. Listen, I can't take advice from somebody who doesn't actually fly drones. Ash is a news channel. Ash doesn't fly drones. So when Ash comes on my channel to give me advice about drones, I feel like he's the last person that should be giving me advice about drones.
Oh, I don't give anybody advice about drones because I'm not a droner. I'm a vlogger. I keep telling people that.
Well, but even then, like, I screenshotted it. I screenshotted that and saved it. Nice.
Yeah.
Next drone.
Yeah, this is a good story that I found on Drone DJ. So they go into, they believe, you know, air. They talk about they've got some stuff.
I can't hear it over the music,
Can
Greg.
you kill the music?
What is going on with the music here?
Did I do that?
Yes.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm ready to dance.
Holy
Good
mackerel.
music, man.
And I don't dance. You don't want to see that.
Sorry.
It
I
ain't
don't
pretty.
want to know what's happening with Dan's camera turned off. But yeah,
Yeah, really.
On set with a Sinwolf.
yeah.
I'd be
there's a
more
whole-
than happy to turn that on for you.
No. Oh,
You want to turn it on, Dan? Oh, thanks.
There
Is
you
that,
go. That's where I'm
hey,
at.
Greg,
guys,
is that
before
drone
it deteriorates
DJ?
too bad, I need to run out of here. I need to go take care of some stuff, and but I wanted to come in and say hi to everybody. So, and
I'm glad you came in.
I want to give Dan a little bit of crap and say hi to James and even Greg, and of course you, Rick. I always want to say hi to you, but
I'm just really happy about Judy.
yeah, me too. It just takes a lot of pressure off me, and like I said, it's even seeing Greg didn't bother me today. So you know,
I
Mate,
think
look,
that's. Go ahead, Greg.
Mate, all I can
But-
say is why are you here in the first place? I mean, if you think so much of us, you know, calling you stupid be an insult to stupid people. So, you know.
yeah, okay, all right. You know, you should have never looked those up, Greg. That's the thing. You need to find somebody else to use those on. I'm getting tired of being your whipping boy here. Go ahead, beat me, whip me, make me feel cheap. I got to go, guys.
Look, you've got to go because you're depriving a village somewhere of an idiot. So go to your village.
That's where I'm headed to right now. All right. Oh, there it is. Leave studio. I was wondering how the hell to get off this. All right, guys. Catch you later. Bye, everybody out there in
All right,
YouTube.
great.
world.
Later, Lloyd.
Yeah.
I'm going to bail as well. See you guys.
Yeah, yeah, it's great.
Later, Greg. Just
Greg,
me,
who was
Rick,
that you
and
were showing on there? Was
I'll
that
leave you with, yeah, Drone DJ. I'll leave you with one last thing for Lloyd. Oops, no, that's not the one. Where is it? There you go.
there we go.
That seems to be a favorite.
Yeah, Lloyd loves it. Okay, see you guys.
Later, Greg. All right, gentlemen, how we doing?
Doing fine.
What do you think it's going to be, Dan?
Honestly, man, I could really care less because it's DJI, but
I know.
whatevs. I don't think I know that Greg was saying they might saturate the market. You know what? But I just can't see him chasing FPV race drones as being their new niche. They are way too known for their restrictiveness, and I just can't see him going after it without having a bunch of stupid restrictions built into their platform. Even if they do release it, they're so about safety and following the guidelines and rules that most FPV pilots are totally against all of that. Like if you're a race drone pilot, you normally are not on board with being told what to do or having an inanimate object tell you what you can and can't do. You know what I'm saying?
Good
So-
God. I can't imagine that having to call back to China to be able to race.
Exactly. Could you imagine that?
No.
Get clearance. Yeah, I know. It's so, I mean, I guess in my head, man, I can't see him releasing a version that's completely 100% open source where you could install like, beta flight on it or, any one of those available to you where it's not going to be restrictive at all. So do I think they're actually going to go out and chase the race drone market? No.
They would
Might
lose
they
all control.
Right. Might they dabble with it a little bit? Sure. They may release a couple versions that have GPS. Because even me and my buddies, we have race drones that have GPS on them. You know what I'm saying? That could be taken over at any point in time for any reason or told it can't fly because it's a no-fly zone. So that would seem like something DJI would do if they were going to dabble with the race drone market, is that they would produce versions of it. But I don't think they'll ever be 100% open source. I think they're going to be restricted if they do it. And then it'll be months and months later, somebody will figure out how to hack it and untap it, and then we'll get no limit drones on something like that too. But I mean, at what cost? DJI is not known to be cost efficient or effective in any means.
If
They're not making products.
If someone had to go use no limit drones on it, they wouldn't buy it in the first place.
Right. It just defeats the purpose when I can buy an F4 flight controller for $20 and install Betaflight. I'd never have to worry about going through any restrictions at all. And that's why I said I see all these people talking about how it's going to be such an amazing thing for the FPV race drone world and all the speculation that's taking place. And I just don't think they get it. I highly doubt DJI is going to chase that market. It's great and there is a market for it because it's steadily growing. But I have to say, probably if I had to put a number on it, 70%, maybe even 75% of the drone market is GPS. And it will remain that way. A lot of people are just using this to have fun. The other people that I consider elite or want to test fate or get in there and just find out what they're capable of with their skill set will be that other percentage that's left over that want to get into FPV race drones and building and all that stuff. Do I ever think it's going to completely take over the market? No. Is there a spot for it? Yes. But I can't see DJI going, oh, we're going to make bundles of cash off of this.
What could they do different that there would be a spot for them that the guy at home can't do himself?
Well, that's the question now, isn't it? Do you see DJI making products that are affordable?
No,
Or do you see
and
most?
they're all
No.
about it. They're all about accessories.
Right.
Right.
So if you have to pay that much for a pair of goggles, and I can buy Commander V1 goggles for $220, what am I going to pay for a pair of DJI FPV goggles? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I don't, how much are their race drones going to cost? What are the parts going to cost? I can't even fathom what that's going to cost.
I can already see
you know.
them getting rid of an X30 or an XT60 and making their own proprietary connection to it.
Batteries. Sure. Absolutely.
But
You know, and
they got to keep the weight down and everything too.
that's the whole thing that takes all the fun out of it, though.
Yeah, I know.
You know, so I don't think people really should be as excited as they are that DJI might be dabbling in the drone racing market, because I don't think it's going to be anything that you think it's going to be.
The only other
You know?
thing I heard was that they might be, because of the shape of the FCC filing, that it might be a sticker that goes on goggles. So unless they came up with digital goggles of some sort,
Right.
you know,
I don't
again,
know. It's once again, to me, defeats the purpose, because you can buy the Skyview goggles for $49, or any pair of FPV goggles that are decent have an HDMI hookup on them. So I don't know. You know.
yeah, it just doesn't make sense. All right, boys, I'm gonna jump on out.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
gotta
sounds
get out of
good.
here too.
I'll see you guys later.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. Mal, feel free to shut things down. Rick, always a pleasure, sir.
Pleasure seeing you again.
Above and beyond, always good to see you too, brother.
It's Jim, but there's
Jim,
so many
yeah.
names to remember. Just for
My bad.
Yeah, don't worry about it then. All right, guys, catch you later.
All right, later.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, I'm going to go at this just for a minute, gang. Thanks everybody for coming in and being part of the stream. And I had a great test. Everything worked till I ran out of internet. So thanks everybody. Have a good night. Well, I'm going to go at this just for a minute, gang. Thanks everybody for